Okay. Hello, Miss Bright. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. I sent you an email, and you very willingly are answering some questions for me, or
You're right.
having conversation. I'll pay you with chocolate later.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I sent you a topic that says, I wasn't a fan, and now I am. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, to be honest, when STEM came up, it seemed like a lot of work, and I guess in the beginning I didn't feel like I understood it, and I didn't really take the time to understand it, and it was like, here it is, here's what you do. And so, of course, because my team, we like to jump in and try things, I thought I'll give it a shot, but no, I wasn't a fan in the beginning, but I'm hooked.
Okay, so tell me, what was your turning point then, since you didn't like it, and then all of a sudden you had this aha moment? Tell me about that.
Well, after going through it for a year and looking at the different activities we did, I think it just got better and better. First, it was hard for the kids to get along and work together in a group, but I slowly saw how they would come together and try to figure things out, and I didn't even need to prompt or probe, or I could stand back and just watch it. But for me, I guess the biggest moment was we did one where we had to design a home to be built to withstand water and heat and everything, and it was just part of a gardening, and I'm a big gardener, so of course they jumped in on that. And one of my non-English speaking students, Victoria, got in a group, and she has been here for 3 years and speaks very little English and has been struggling. And when her group got together, they designed this home, and she started adding to it with all the characters of a fairy tale, which was Jack and the Beanstalk, which was part of the STEM to get a home that would stand up, that was tall and high. And she put each character in it. She drew the gold. She added every little piece, and then she could explain it. She told me the entire story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Still gives me goosebumps when I think about it.
So you have been a big supporter of STEM, especially with ESOL kids, and that is because of what you've seen with Victoria. Have you seen it? Have you seen more so since then?
This year I have 9 ESOL students, and very low readers, and we did the first STEM, and just watching them come up with ideas and the way that they came together. I mean, even it's just amazing how they get even more clever. And then yesterday we had Hat Day for drug awareness, and the news, you've been putting people on there that have thought of something clever. And this girl came in that I had last year that was really into STEM. She said, Miss Bright, look what I did. She made a hat, and I don't know if
I have a picture of it.
Oh, good. I hope you show it to everybody. And she made it all from scratch, and it was incredible. And she said, Miss Bright, I used everything I had at home and created this. And it's just like another year later, she's still trying to figure out how to make things work without going out and buying something. So it's like bringing a generation of kids that maybe can't read perfectly or understand, but can figure out and design and correct. And our STEM day, I've just got to go back. We, in 2nd grade now, are making up our own STEM days. So we were doing Native Americans, and one of our teammates came up with the idea of creating a house again that a Native American used with only nature, and seeing if it withstands water and wind. So they worked on it for a week, working together, doing great. We have no arguing anymore because they all have learned how to work together, so that's another positive, because that's a lifelong skill. And we went outside to test it, and my student teacher used a folder for the wind, and I had a big rain barrel for the can. And when those two groups, their house stood up and withstood the wind and the rain, they were just ecstatic. There was nothing like it. It was just so amazing, and all from nature, nothing added. So
that's great.
So we've come a long way.
Have you noticed an increase in attendance on STEM days?
Yes, parents and the supplies. Parents now, in the beginning, the very first year y'all did it, I think you went out and had to buy a lot for us. There was not a lot. Now I get 3 and 4, and I get them asking me, when is STEM day? When is STEM day? That's why I was so quick to say, we're going to add another STEM. So now I think our 2nd grade, each quarter adds another day where we plan something STEM related. But I get plenty of supplies and plenty of support, and then the parents want to come in and be part of it. That's unusual too, because I can't get them in.
Yep. So if you had one thing to tell schools that are thinking about starting STEM, or other maybe teachers who have just started, what would be a piece of advice that you would give them?
There's so much given to us, and I've been teaching a long time in Cobb County, and it's not all wonderful, but when you get something that you see works, give it a chance. I guess what I'm trying to say is try it, and you'll be surprised at how well, because what it's made my students work together in other areas. In math, they're working together to figure out things. The cooperation that needs to happen now with the way this world is going in the 21st century, they need to be working together, and now they do because they have other opportunities and they see how it is. Let somebody else have a chance. You try. So I would say give it a chance. You're not going to believe how it's going to change your classroom.
Thank you so much.